Hey everyone, back at it again. This time with the Hot Toys exclusive Deadpool and Wolverine. Wolverine, the classic brown and tan suit. This is an adaptation of the suit we see Hugh Jackman in very briefly at the beginning of the movie in the one little cameo. And my camera will not. There we go. In the movie, he doesn't have a mask. They just gave him a mask head for this figure, and it looks incredible. Anybody who knows me knows that I am all about some Wolverine in a brown suit. And this is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in a brown suit, so that's about as good as it gets for yours truly. Also, something that I realized in editing the last two videos, sorry, my fingers there, was that I filmed the entirety of both of those in portrait mode, and thus made for a singularly unwatchable experience. So, sorry for that, guys. We're going to try it this way this time. Anyway, no unboxing today because this one is not brand new like the last two. I've had this one. It's been on display on my own personal shelf. This is one that I am keeping. It is a part of my collection. But we are moving, and I am having to pack a bunch of stuff up, so I'm taking this opportunity to review some things. Next up after this will likely be the Superman and Crypto set from the newest Superman movie. And that'll be out next week as of posting this, which will be a week after I record this. So, anyway, yeah, let's get into this guy and see how kick-ass he is. Alright, so here he is, the man, myth, and legend himself as he came straight out of the box. Straight up and down, no crazy poses or anything. Just give a good look at that suit. The texturing on the boots. It's a little dirty because of his base he comes with. It's just forest floor basically. His these are medical silicone arms. They got some good squish to them and some good ratchet joints in there in the elbows. It's a pretty good likeness to Hugh, and there's an unmasked head as well that we'll look at in a little bit. It's kind of a pleather-ish material here. The hard knee pads and the hard shoulders. The shoulders, actually, is the one thing I have a problem with. A lot of people who got this figure have a problem with it. The shoulders being this high up on the suit is inaccurate to the movie, for one, but also makes his shoulders look huge and his traps look non-existent. I've seen some modifications. I might look into doing that on mine. I'm a little nervous about it because it looks fine enough when it's posed, and it's very expensive, and I'm not confident in my ability to modify something like this without messing it up. So but yeah, here he is in all his glory. Looks pretty fantastic if you ask me. So here we have all his accessories. Here's that unmasked Hugh head sculpt, making that kind of goofy face he made in the movie. It looks great though, and we're gonna get that on the body here soon. Take a look at it. It's a kind of fingers like action pose, kind of hands, fists, and with the claws attached, and we'll get into how those work here in a moment. It's a swap out mouth plate for the masked head, the kind of grimacing teeth gritted. This is a hand with a set of claws that have Hulk reflected in them. to recreate the scene from the movie, which in itself was recreating a classic comic cover. And then we have the same hands. Down here we got our, this is the little tool that you use to move the eyeballs in this head. The eyeballs are independently, they roll independently, so you can just have them look in whatever direction you want. And then, of course, you have the instruction book. Always take a look at this as soon as you open your Hot Toys. I've said it in every video thus far, and I'm saying it in this one. And then we have the display stand right here with this little plug-in piece here. It's just a forest floor with some grass and some rocks. Looks pretty good. There's some stuff just sitting there. And you have right here, this unplugs for the crotch grabber, as we call them. And then this rock up here also unplugs, so you can have him either standing facing this way or this way. So going back to the claws real quick, they have a pretty neat little feature here. And these things are so shiny, look at that. That is beautiful. They have a pretty cool little feature here where this panel on top of the glove unplugs, and you can plug in the claw hand, or the claws, to any hand. So I'm not going to do it on camera because I have to hold my phone with one hand and do this with the other. But I'm going to do a fun little snap transition, and these claws are going to be on this hand, and this panel will be on this hand. You ready? Once again, that was a weak-ass snap, so all I did was put the sheathed claws on the fist, and our unsheathed ones are still just kind of hanging out. So we're going to try the other hand, and maybe it won't be such a weak-ass snap. That's better. Okay. So yeah, so as you can see, now you have the claws on the wide open hand. That shimmer, God, I can't get over that. So you can just switch these panels out on any hand you want, including the relaxed ones that are currently on the figure. And boom, there you go. So we're going to go on to some poses now, and kind of show you the unmasked head and these claws on different hands, as well as the Hulk claws. So here we have Wolverine with his unmasked head on, and the Hulk claws on. It's got to be one of the coolest accessories they could have given this guy. So there's not a whole lot of moving around he can really do. That suit kind of impedes articulation a bit, but what you can get still looks pretty good, I think. And here we have both claws out in just a kind of a typical Wolverine pose, ready to mess some people up. And we're gonna go ahead and throw on the masked head with the grimacing face. Yeah, that's Wolverine right there. Check that out. Man, that looks good. Got beheaded Hugh over there. Here in a second I'll show you the rolling eyeballs, so you can see how that works. Like I said, the shoulder issue isn't really that big a deal once you have him in a decent pose. Yeah, this thing's gorgeous. This is, when I saw this suit in the movie, I was just like, that's one of the best superhero costumes ever put to screen. And I still think that. I love it so much. It looks so good, even without the mask. Here we got him standing on his base. with the Hulk claws on again, but this time with the masked, grimacing face. And that's kind of... that right there is kind of how I tend to keep him posed. Not for very long, because I worry about the creasing in the suit up here, around the shoulder, and then you can see it on the neck as well, right there, right here. But man, it looks good. It looks so good. I love this thing so much. It's definitely one of my favorites in my collection. Yeah, and it looks sick next to Spider-Man. I'll throw in some images of that at the end there in the little slideshow, along with some sneak peeks of what's coming up next in terms of the reviews. But yeah, love this thing. And while we're here, I said I would point out how the rolling eyeballs work. So on the inside of the head sculpt, you see those little knobs right there are the attached to the eyeballs, and you can move them around. So it gets get some pretty goofy looking stuff going. But yeah, that's how that works. And it can be kind of difficult. Sorry. It can be kind of difficult to get it to look not goofy, or to look natural if you're not too good at it. I'm still working on that, but it is a really cool feature when it works. So, and yeah, so that has been Wolverine, the classic brown and tan. I love this thing. I love this thing quite a lot. I'm very, very happy to have it in my collection. And I will not be parting with it until something better comes along, which I don't see that happening anytime real soon. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, which I don't know why you would, but if you did, by some miracle, drop me a like and a comment, subscribe, and all of that fun stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.